No! Hello, I'm Jennifer John. Most of my career has been about bringing people together through singing. I think I realised really early on that it was a really powerful tool, whether they're beginners or more experienced. There's a sense of empowerment and a collective energy that happens that makes people feel more confident, even when the singing stopped.
Here she comes, the sunrise, warm in the sky with a beautiful light, while the dawn chorus is yawning, and hope in our hearts keep beating like a drum. Calling all to life. I never sang. I was rejected by multiple choirs because I have a bad voice, which is I accepted, by the way, a long time ago. It's fine, it's no problem. But I discovered today I'm a bit of an alto, so it was a pleasant surprise. Yes. All in all, thank you. It was a lovely day.
Enormous Vocal Ensemble is a collective singing project that brings lots of people together. It's about creating social cohesion and making people feel more empowered.
Loving it so far. It's my first time at something like this. Not first time in a choir, but it's been a long time.
The ocean waves crashing down.
I came here because I love Jennifer John and I love Joan As Police Woman, Joan Rosser.
How was experiencing this? Like absolute euphoria. Liverpool is such a special place, I'm sure you know. It's like whenever I see it on the tour, I think it'll be a certain vibe that's great. It just is, you know, it's the vibration of this place is so super special.
I'm not alone, this I know. So many people all go, 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 go. What a world, what a world. If I'm so tired of searching, why don't I turn out the light and be left in
The purpose of the project is to bring together grassroots community with an established artist singing one of their original songs collectively.
Don't know what's worse.
The project is really important to me because I care about people. I'm a humanitarian and I'm passionate about creativity. And it's bringing together of those two things that work really well to make people feel elevated, to make them feel more empowered, and to make them feel more inspired about how they can move forward through their lives with more confidence.
There's so much going on in the world. We're not meant to worry about the world as much as what we do.
If you could hold on, how would you hold it?
It's endless trauma and we're all absorbing that, you know, collectively. This is lovely what we're doing now because it's kind of what I was reading about.
The impact on the community is a joyous one. As the session went on and we started to learn the song, people felt more confident and you could feel the joy in the air getting bigger and bigger.
There's a moment where everyone clicks in and everyone's singing together and you can feel everyone listening.
When you hear all the harmonies come together for the very first time, and it's just like a wall of sound.
My favourite part was hearing the different parts, actually, because I'm a bass, so we were like the last, the sopranos were first, then it was the altos, then it was the tenors, and we were all mixed up actually at the beginning, so it was so nice to be sat like with the sopranos, which in the choir would never usually happen. We would usually be in our, specific places.
It's such a beautiful connection there's kind of nothing like it when you connect like that.
The harmonies like wash over you, and then sing it yourself and hear it all come together.
It's not just people who can sing. There's people here who've said they've never sang before. So to see the looks on their faces when they hear what can be done in a matter of 2 or 3 hours, how a song can come together like that.
What a world. What if my fear was just a dream? Would that make me feel the
project like this is that it helps us to realise that we're all the same. When we start off, we all start off on a level playing field. It doesn't matter what you do in the rest of your life. When you walk through those doors and you start to sing, there is no hierarchy. It's about whether you can listen well and whether you can blend, whether you can work with the person next to you to create an amazing sound. And the purpose of that is to help us realise, in a world that tells us that we're all different, and that's why the world doesn't work efficiently, that dismantles that lie and shows us that we're all the same. We don't even have to speak the same language. We don't have to have, a musical experience necessarily. We just have to have a desire to want to work collectively and create something beautiful. For me, the element of mixing grassroots community and an established artist is that those two elements have complementary things to bring to each other and therefore the whole experience. At the end of all of my sessions, there's always a Q&A because I think it's really important that we talk to one another. So people can ask questions about what it's like to have a career as an established artist. And equally, the artist can talk to community about why it's important to feel empowered, why it's important to hold space for events like this, and why it's important that everybody has a chance to talk and everybody has a chance to be heard.
Who picked a song for this event and why?
I did.
Yeah.
Because I saw Joan singing it. I'm just singing it. The version that I sent to you for the people that got the email, that was the version that made me sort of stop in my tracks. And I think it's because singing is so... what's the word? For me, singing is so totally everything. It's very exposing as a human being to stand and sing in front of lots of people. And I like it when you can hear the breath and you can hear the physicality of singing, and it's not about perfection, it's just about honesty. And so that performance that I saw really sparked all of the everythingness of that for me. It was just very raw, very honest.
When we sing together, we sort of feel each other, and then it's like, oh wow, we're all the same person. And singing together has been something I think that's been happening since basically the beginning of time, of whenever we developed our vocal cords, and it just feels like such a bonding, it's a bonding feeling.
When I asked Joan if I could do this song, and she said yes, for me, what I saw was also, I saw sadness in Joan's song. There's enough sadness. I want us to remember that there's this too. I said, I'm going to write a new section, and that's a bit cheeky. But when Joan said to me, take it and run with it, at first I was like, no, I wouldn't dream of that. And then it was like, well, that's not a collaborative. Come on, get your shit together and actually do something that you really want to do. And it's the sort of yin-yang of this collaboration that is why I chose this song, because I could honour what was written, but also bring my joy to it with lots of voices. And that's why, because it's all of everything in this song.
I remember when, during lockdown, there was the Black Lives Matter movement, and I remember something that Clara Ampho, who's a broadcaster on Radio 1, she said that joy is an act of resistance, and it felt pertinent then, but it also feels really pertinent now in this room, because we all recognize the sadness in that song, and that's why it's so powerful. But the thing that we need to do to kind of counteract that on a personal level and as a group and as a community and as a world, in this world, is to share joy. So that's why I think, like for me personally, that's why this is such a powerful experience, because I live with a lot of sadness. We all do in this world. And it's easy to let that overwhelm you. But when someone like yourself, Joan, is powerful enough to put that into words that everyone connects with, then the answer is for us to connect with each other and hold the joy and remember that that is an act of resistance. So I just wanted to say thank you, really, because this is such a special experience. So thank you.
Thank you. That's
Hallelujah. I love that there's just a lot of freaks here, because I'm a freak. You know, I moved to New York City where all the freaks are, and like when I come here, I'm like, oh, I'm at home, you know? So it's always nice to be here, and I'm so grateful that, you know, Jennifer is someone that gets shit done. And I'm so grateful. She said, let's do something. I'm sure I said immediately yes. And now it's happening right now, and I'm so grateful. Thank you so much.
The acronym for this event is EVE. And when I was thinking about what this project could be, it was always going to be about female singer-songwriters being able to showcase not just their work, but who they are. Joan As Police Woman, fitted perfectly into that category for me. And so when I asked her if she would be involved in this project, it was because, having followed her work and being an admirer of the way that she tells her story in a really raw and honest way, I thought it would be a really perfect fit.
I woke up to the sound, the ocean waves crashing down. What a world, what a world.
Here she comes, the sunrise, warm in the sky with a beautiful light. While the dawn chorus is yawning, and hoping our hearts keep beating like a drum. Calling all to life, calling all to life. The Blackie's got an amazing history of bringing grassroots together. When I first started out, we got to sing with some incredible people from around the world because that's their ethos. And they're kind of reopening and trying to re-establish that. That is the reason I chose to do it there, because of their history and because it's in the heart of community. It's in the heart of community, but it's in the town. And for me, it aligns perfectly with what I believe in, and I want to support an organisation like that every time. Calling all to life, calling all to life. This particular Enormous Vocal Ensemble with Joan As Police Woman attracted around 130 people. My aim is to keep doing it in that incredible space, which has capacity for 500 people, and have it full. Let's fill the room with the joy. The future for the project is to get bigger and better, to keep inviting amazing female singers and songwriters, and for the vocal arrangements to become more challenging and more courageous.